Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Right. Okay. Let's move on at a pace. We'll now start getting through some predictions. We hope you're enjoying the show, ladies and gentlemen. Sure you are. Well, here we go. Here's the league table. There it is. Greg Nixon leading after round number 1 with 11 points. Then it's Steph with 9. Then it's myself and the team. That is the non-members. So that is the non-members. Now, just to let you know, team means that we got the teams right. Team and score. So what we're actually going to do on the graphic is you'll see what's making up their points. So everybody down, only Greg and only Steph got a team and a score right this week. So score stands for getting the right team right and the right score right. So everybody beneath them just got teams right this week. That's non-members in the orange. Then Eorl Crabtree, he's got 4. Joel's on 4. And the Super League Raw members are on 2. Shocking effort. Must do better is what I would say on that. We'll keep this coming and updated as we go through the season. Right, chaps, here we go. Let's get into the action. Thursday night, 8 o'clock, Wakefield Trinity return to Super League at Bellevue. Oh, call it DIY Kitchens. It's Bellevue. And what an outstanding game this one's going to be. KR coming to town. KR having just scraped past the Castleford Tigers. Can Wakey do it again? I mean, imagine if Wakey was to beat Leeds at Headingley and then beat last year's grand finalists in their second game. What a statement of intent that would be, gentlemen. Right, Greg, as your top, we'll start with you on this one.
The pressure.
Wakefield Trinity against KR, mate. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, a great win for Wakey. I called it. I had a funny feeling that, that they had a lot to prove. Hull KR, a shaky start. No disrespect to Castleford there. Everybody expected Castleford to kind of not do as well, I think, judged on last season's performances. I think, though, I think that Hull KR are going to do all right here this weekend. And I'm going to go Hull KR 9-17. And I apologise to our Wakey members. I do apologise.
9-17 to KR.
Yeah.
Eorl Crabtree's gone 1-8 to KR. He's gone 1-8. Steph, where are you seeing this one?
Yeah, I think this is the game of the week. I'm so pleased it's Thursday night. Should get a really good TV audience. Hopefully a sellout crowd for this one. I think it's nearly there already. So, yeah, it should be an absolute classic. I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way this game, to be honest. I think it's going to be really, really close. I think Wakefield are going to be inspired by that performance against Leeds and the first home game of the season in front of their vociferous crowd there at Bellevue is going to be one that's unmissable TV on Thursday night. I've had to go one way or the other, and I think just on experience, KR are just going to nip this one, but I do think it's going to be close. So I've gone KR 1-8.
1-8. The non-members, they're going KR 9-17. The members are going KR 1-8. Joel, what say you?
So I did actually see this a little bit closer. However, there was something I saw within the eye of Mikey Lewis when he was doing his interview. He wasn't happy with his performance. Played well, but he wasn't happy. And I think KR realised that they need to come out firing. If they're wanting to be where everyone's predicted them to be at the end of the season, they're gonna really fire up. So I think Wakey's going to put up a very big fight. They're not going to go down without swinging. I am going KR 9-17, but that's only purely down to it's because of the game last week. They're going to be fired up to really put on a show.
Right, fair play. Just in case people were wondering, here's one for you. Our newest member, Christian, is a Giants fan, Joel. That'll make you happy. Another Giants fan in the membership. Dawn Baker's gone 1-8 to KR. So too has Dawn Kirkby. She's gone there. Mark as well. Nicola Boo. A lot of 1-8s. Here's one for you. Jono. He's gone Wakey 1-8. He fancies a bit of a Wakey. Adam Walsh trying to wind up Wakey fans by calling them Wildcats. 1-8 in the chat. Ryan Birch has gone 9-17 KR, and I'm going with him. I think KR 9-17. I think off the back of that result against Castleford, I think they're going to have a bit about them. I think they're going to want to put on a better performance this week, and I think they probably will. It might only just be over the 9, though. I think Wakey will give them a really good push. I really do, but it should be a belting game. I mean, dear me. What else are you doing on a Thursday night? What else are you doing? You know what I mean?
Must see TV.
Must see TV. It's going to be an absolute belter. Declan saying nearly all the Giants fans are now members of Super League. Oh.
As long as you don't bring the cowbell.
Ian Judson's in the chat. He's gone Wakey 1-8. Right, okay. Right, let's move on. The next one, Warrington taking on the Catalan Dragons. Start with Steph on this. Catalan have won the last 3 at the HJ. Just a little caveat there going in. What's your thoughts on this? Should be a good game. And 2 members are going to be going free of charge. Don't forget, after the show tonight, there will be a simple yes or no on the group chat. If you can go, put yes. If you can't go, don't. Please put yes. Only people who can go, put yes, and you'll go into the draw and will be notified of the winner tomorrow. Steph, your thoughts? Warrington Catalan.
Catalan need a massive improvement on what they dished up last week. Not taking anything away from Hull FC, who were fantastic. Warrington, slow start to the Huddersfield game, but got more back in the rhythm as the second half progressed. I do expect Warrington to kick on from that performance, especially at home. Like you said, the form against Catalan at home is not the best, but you can only go off what we've seen so far, and I can't see anything other than a convincing Warrington victory here. So I've gone Warrington 18+.
18+ for the Wire. The non-members have seen it tighter. They've gone 1-8. The Wire, the members, though, go with you. They've gone Wire by 18+. Joel, how do you see it?
I'm a little bit different on this, only because I think that, if we're being honest, the Dragons probably had a bit of complacency and thought Hull aren't going to be as good as they were. And Hull were very good. Well done, Hull fans. I'm really happy for you. That were a great game. But with the quality that Catalan have got, the likes of Pangai Jr., you've got your Luke here. These guys, the top professionals, and they can't serve up that again. They won't allow that to happen. So this is going to be a really big game. They're going to be really up for this. And I do see it a Wire 1-8. If it is the 18+, then I fear for them for the rest of the season. But I see it at 1-8, hopefully.
Yeah, Earl's gone 9-17. Your mate Earl, 9-17. He's gone. Greg, Warrington home under the floodlights this Friday night. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Catalan love the Halliwell Jones. It's they always play well at Halliwell Jones. They had a stuttering performance last week. They won't be happy. They'll want to bounce back. Warrington, the first half against Huddersfield, were dominated and won't want that to happen again. And for parts of that second half, we're second best as well. A bit of magic from Dufty. So I think Warrington 1-8.
You're going 1-8.
Yeah.
The Wire. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get in the chat, see what people are thinking. Don Kirby's got 18+ The Wire. Craig Forth 9-17 The Wire. John O 9-17. Dawn Baker the same. Ian Judson's got 18+. As Salford Judd, whoever Salford Judd is, good evening to you. Nicola Burt, well, she's gone Wire 9-17. No love for Catalan here. Oh no, hang on. Declan Cahill, Catalan's 1-8. Wire have an eye on Vegas, is what he's saying. Well, interesting times. I'm going to go Wire 9-17. That's where I see this one. So only Declan is going the way of the Dragons. Right now, then, this is an intriguing game. Wow. Friday night again. Oof. 8 o'clock. Can they do it again? What has FC? Can FC back up what was genuinely a very, very impressive night in Perpignan? It's going to be very interesting. We know that Wigan will want to strike back and quick. Joel, can FC do it?
Well, looking at how they played this on the first round, yeah, absolutely they could. Very impressive, and I'm so glad when I can be wrong, and I hope you carry on playing as you have at FC. Though Wigan are not going to be happy with the result of round one. You know, they've got high hopes, they've got massive expectations from the board right down to the fans. So once again, similar vein to the KR game, I see it that it's going to be a Wigan 9-17, and that's not any disrespect to Hull FC at all. It's just they're going to be really, really, really up for this because they know that this is something that they need to win.
Well, the non-members, they've gone 9-17. Wigan, the members have gone 9-17. Wigan, what say you, Greg?
I agree. Wigan 9-17. No disrespect to Hull. What a great win. Based on what happened last season, they will have been delighted with that performance against Catalan. But I think Wigan will be hurt. Wigan will be wounded. Jay Field might have had a whisper in his ear. Pass. Just pass. All you have to do when somebody's outside you and there's acres of space, pass. So, yeah, I'm going 9-17 Wigan.
Fair enough. Eorl Crabtree, 9-17 Wigan. Steph?
Yeah, well, it's really interesting that Hull FC's one of their only 3 victories last season came at home to Wigan, didn't it? And obviously Hull FC were a lot worse last season than what it appears they are this season. So yeah, it's got all the makings of a potential banana skin again for Wigan. It's going to be interesting to see how Hull FC will deal with a team like Wigan rather than what was produced by Catalan. I think it's going to be a completely different prospect for them this week. I do expect it to be quite close first half, but I think Wigan will just have enough to maybe go a couple of scores clear towards the end. But it could go anyway, this one. It's like I say, it's still very early, isn't it? So we are just making these predictions based on what we've seen. But I think Wigan will just have enough and they'll go 9-17. But I think it'll be the lower end of that, not the higher end, but 9-17.
Right. Okie dokie. Dawn Baker says Wigan will bounce back. Paul Fail, Wigan 1 to wait. 9-17. Nige Bennett, good evening, Nige. Ian Judson, Hull FC 18, Wigan 10 is what he's going. That's there you go, on the nose. Hull to regain their usual form, Wigan by 40, says Will Webster. Who'd have thought he was a KR fan, eh? Debbie Hasty, Wigan 9-17. Adam Walsh Pies by 20 plus. Nicola Burton won 9-17. Wigan. Ryan Birch going 1 to 8 Wigan. More love for Wigan than there is Hull FC. There's a couple in there. Declan Cale again. He's got FC 1 to 8 because again, like Wire, one eye on Vegas, he's saying. So he's seen both Warrington and Wigan coming a cropper this week, which is interesting. Matty Peters never won a Super League game at the MKM Stadium, says Ian. He's on one. Fantastic. Wigan 60 plus, says Carl. Another KR fan. I'm going to go 9-17 Wigan. I think Wigan. I think had Wigan have won last week, who knows is what I'd have said. But I think the fact that they've lost that, forget Vegas. Matty Pete will not, under no circumstances, is Matt Pete going to go to Vegas with 2 losses. No chance. Not happening. He is going to be all over that team this week.
How good it would be for the league, though, if they did?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and don't get me wrong, if Hull FC play as well as they did at Catalan, Wigan are in for a really, really tough night, and it could go the other way. I'm not disrespecting FC, but, you know, we're talking pedigree, we're talking quadruple winners, we're talking what happened last year, we're talking a settled team in Wigan. Springs and summers.
Wigan didn't play bad against Lee. That's the other thing. Wigan played well.
Correct.
So that's the other thing to just say on that one as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Wigan, mate, both Lee and Wigan come out of that with great plaudits.
Yeah.
Wigan weren't poor. Wigan were great. Both of them were great. So completely agree with you, mate. Completely and utterly agree with you. It's going to be a fascinating game. Friday night, 8 o'clock, live on Sky. Right.
So almost.
Well, is it? I mean, I think we've got to presume that it's status quo.
Yeah.
Haven't we? I think if it wasn't going to be status quo, we might have been hearing a few rumblings by now, is what I would have thought. So I think they're in the same spot. That said, do we think that Paul Rowley would pick the same team again? Or do you think it's a case of actually, based on the flack he's got from the CEO of KR and Lee, and let's be fair, he's coming in for, they're coming in for some real flack. I was saying earlier, all that goodwill that I think Salford would have got based on the winter and how they've handled themselves, a little bit of that's evaporated. I think that's the feeling I'm getting, listening, keeping my ear to the ground. So I think Paul, and it's at home, I think he'll probably pick a side closer to the one that he put on the field against the Midland Hurricanes than the one that he did at Saints. But it's a real tough one to call. Greg, what are you thinking on this, mate?
Again, it's which team Salford put out. And judging by the noises that are coming from RFL and from Salford, it's going to be a similar team. So I've got to go Rhinos 18 plus.
You're going Rhinos 18 plus?
Yeah, I've got to. I don't want to. I'd love it to be a closer game. I'd love Salford to give a good account of themselves. But we don't know what's going on. So I'm going to have to go for, at this moment in time, Leeds 18 plus.
Right. Well, non-members are being more cautious. They've gone Leeds 9-17, 18 plus though, as far as the members are concerned, Steph.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the team that went out against Saints, then it's 18 plus Leeds all day long. It's not going to be a very happy Monday for the Salford fans. But if it's their...
See what you did there, Steph?
Yes, very clever. But if it's the team they put out against Midlands, then I could see this being quite a close game and a pretty decent game to watch. Obviously, there wouldn't be Mark Sneed or Callum Watkins, but still a competitive side. So I hope that they can put that side out. They put it out in the Challenge Cup and their injuries have all healed. But let's see. But if not, 18 plus Leeds. 18
plus to Leeds is the way that you're going. Eorl Crabtree, he's gone Leeds 18 plus. What say you, Joe?
I'm going to actually change mine if that's okay, Dave, because they can't actually field a full squad, can they?
Nope.
So I'm going to change mine. I'm going to go Leeds 9-17 to the Rhinos. There's no chance on this earth that Paul Rowley will be allowed to, or surely want to, field another side like he has in round one. Not a chance. Not for the home fans. They'll be up in arms. So, because of the personnel that will be missing, they're not going to be playing well or to the standard that they're used to or accustomed to. But I'll go Leeds 9-17.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Carl's saying about me eating humble pie. That's an interesting one. I think me and Steph had this chat this week. I think my prediction is Salford 6th, Leeds 7th. Had Salford have been able to play their first team all year, I think Salford could have been 6th. That said, we weren't expecting Lee to be as competitive as they were. I see Lee in the 6th now, based on the fact that I think Salford have got a couple of tough weeks ahead, and clearly the lads have settled. But
no one's eating humble pie after one round.
They're not.
Everyone needs to calm down.
But I've seen enough to think that Lee will be top 6. I think the way that those new recruits have settled, I think they'll do very well. Craig 4th, Leeds 18 plus. Mark saying Leeds 18 plus. A lot of love for Leeds. Ian Judson going 9-17. He likes his name read out, does Ian? There you go. Nicola Birtwood Leeds 18 plus. Like status quo is Salford going down to Andy Bibber. Deeper and down by all accounts. But anyway, that's another story. It's a disgrace, says Nigel. It's a disgrace, says Nigel. He's on one. Outstanding stuff. Andy Bibby, Salford 9-17. Outstanding optimism. I'm going to go Leeds 9-17. I think they will be able to play a team similar to that of the Hurricanes. And because of that, and because at the moment, jury's out on Leeds. Let's be absolutely clear on that. I think if they can play a side close to the one that they put out against the Hurricanes, I think Leeds win, but I think it's a 9-17. Could be right, could be wrong, who knows. Right, we move on to this little gem. And again, fascinating game. Saints haven't played anybody yet. They've got mileage in the legs, but they haven't had they haven't really had a tussle at the minute. That could do them some good. Castleford have had 2 tough games on the spin. Bradford, of course, and then that one against KR. So in terms of battle hardened, I think Castleford probably a bit further down the track than Saints. But we know that Saints have got quality right across the field of play. Steph, you're first this time, mate. So over to you. What's your thoughts on this one?
I'm just looking at what I predicted here, and I'm thinking, oh dear, I'm going to get some pelters here, some Reggie pelters here. I get a bit like the Wakefield one. I think it's going to be a really big crowd for this one, based on, and rightly so, the Castleford fans will come out in numbers based on that performance. They did the fans proud against Hull KR, and I hope it's a really, really entertaining game, this one. Saints have got really good form at Cass. A lot of teams struggle at Cass, but Saints seem to do really well there. They'll obviously be buoyed by their try-scoring antics of the weekend. I've gone Saints 18 plus. I actually think it might be a bit closer than that, and I think that's probably being a bit unfair to Cass, but I'm going to stand by it.
Fair enough. The non-members have gone Saints 9-17. The members have gone the same way. Joel, what say you?
I see a little bit differently. At the start of the season, I'd have said Saints 100 plus. But what I saw from Castleford was nothing but a miracle. Nothing short but of a miracle. And the way they played as a team, you don't have to have the best squad in the world, but you've got to have a good team, and they've got a good team, it seems. This is the one chance they've got to ride this momentum of confidence that they're on. I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to put up a massive fight, and Saints will sneak it 1-8.
1-8. We're going Saints. Wow, that's a tight one. Earl's gone. Where's he gone? He's gone Saints 9-17. Greg, what's your thought?
I think my dislike of Golden Point, that may well factor into Cass's performance, but albeit a few more extra minutes, it does take it out of them. They'll be deflated by the defeat because they were the better team for large parts of that game. They've got to keep the confidence up. Saints had, let's face it, a relatively easy tie on Saturday, and I think Saints will take their confidence and bring it into this game. I think it'd be close, and it'd be close for about 55 minutes. But I think Saints will just get the edge and win 9-17.
Well, Craig Forfey and Judson gone the same way as you. A lot of love for Cass, 1-8. Dawn Kirkby, Mark Hill, he's gone 1-8 as well. Debbie Hasty, as a Cass fan, has gone 1-8. Hopefully, she's going to be wearing a Super League Raw Tour T-shirt for the occasion. I'm sure she will do. Dawn Baker, Cass 1-8. Nige Bennett, Tigers 1-8. So Cass getting a lot of love, won a lot of friends with that performance at Craven Park. Neil Monaghan, Saints 1-8. Interesting. I mean, like I say, a lot of people. Nick Burtonwood's gone Cass 1-8. So yeah, a lot in the chat. Going the way of Cass there. I'm going Saints. Sorry, Castleford. I'm going to go Saints 18 plus. I am. I think the fact that they'll have energy in the legs. What that did for them against Salford was it allowed them to their attacking shapes to just get a little bit of cohesion in attacking ways. If you go and put 80 odd on somebody, you've had a good day at the office going forward. And I know they didn't play anyone, but as a training exercise, more competitive than perhaps playing a training game. I think they'll be in good shape. I really, really do. And I hope I'm wrong. I've got a soft spot for Cass. Love Castleford, mate. I don't know why. I just do. I've always had a soft spot for him. But I just think Saints will be too strong on the day. Tickets for the Cass game are £3 for £30 or £5 for £50 for season ticket holders. Whilst we've got time, Martin Jepson out on social media today telling Castleford fans to buy the tickets. Castleford fans will buy the tickets regardless, whilst he's still doing his due diligence. Anybody got any views on that?
Well, Cass, they tend to get really good support, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
I mean, it's a great offer, but you'd think you'd reserve that for like your Catalans or when they play in St Helens, you'd think they'd get a very decent crowd anyway. I mean, it's great that they're doing it, and I hope they sell it out by putting that offer on. But normally, it's for your lower end or your ones where you're not getting many away support. You put that kind of offer on for, so it's a bit surprising for me that, because Cass fans are great.
For me, I think it's not a worry about not getting the fans there. I think it's more of they were just so shocked by the way they played at the weekend. They're just thinking, man, we need to ride this crest on this wave we're on. Let's drum for as much support, because if they can get, we've all been there, haven't we, to the jungle. The fans are on you. They are loud.
Yeah.
If they can pack that stadium out, wow, unbelievable. That's going to be a tough one for Saints. That'll be a 14th player on the pitch.
Well, and it's a Saturday night as well, so Saints fans should travel.
Well, you'd hope so. You'd hope so.
You'd hope they'd travel, Saints fans.
Yeah, Andy Bibby in the chat saying how's playing children good training for Saints. Beats a tackle bag, mate. If you go and watch how rugby league players train, even though that was, not even a contest, Salford lads were playing. They were trying. They were trying their best. Which in training, when you look at players doing drills, it's nowhere near. They gave far more intensity, even though they got battered, than you would see in a training exercise.
Yeah, I think you're being a bit disrespectful there, to be honest, Andy. So
yeah, I think to be fair, that's what I mean by that. Go and watch how these teams train.
They went out there and
they tried the best. Yeah, they tried the best. Trust me, it far better than a training exercise, that, for Saints. Far better than a training exercise for Saints. Right, let's get into this one. Two of our lads are interesting. So because they're both involved, we'll go to Greg first on this one. Greg, both teams, a lot. I mean, Lee probably more so than Huddersfield. Very, very happy coming out of the weekend just gone. But we saw it firsthand. Huddersfield really looked good. Danny Richards.
Oh, Huddersfield. I think we were sat amongst the Huddersfield fans. Yeah, they lost, but they were delighted with the performance, the heart, the kind of the shapes that they played. The pack was the Huddersfield pack was magnificent, and yet Lee, they will be absolutely bouncing after going to the brick and winning in such a dramatic style. I'm going to say that the kind of the payover from last week will benefit Lee more. It was more of a solid hit out. It was more of kind of that they had a real test, Lee. And I've gone that Lee will win 9-17, and that's no disrespect to Huddersfield because I thought they played really, really well. I just think that Lee will be on that crest of a wave. And Huddersfield, as well as he played, and Joe will probably give me pelters for this, but, Huddersfield could have won that game on Sunday. They might be a bit deflated that they didn't, and I'm going to go for Lee 9-17.
Well, the non-members have gone the same way, as to have the members. Steph, did you see enough in Huddersfield for you to be concerned going into this game at the LSV on Sunday?
I did, yeah, actually. I thought Huddersfield were really impressive against Warrington. And let's not forget, a lot of people were tipping Lee to beat Huddersfield at the start of last season, and Huddersfield came and put a shock performance in and did really, really well. I'm expecting similar on Sunday as well. I think it's going to be a really good contest, this. I think it should be a bit better for the hundreds of thousands turning in on BBC. They should get a bit of a better game this week, hopefully, on that one. I would... My reservations is Lee didn't score against Wigan. So we need to see that more attacking shape from Lee and see if we can break down Huddersfield's defence, which was, especially in that first half, was very, very impressive against Warrington, even with the talented players that Warrington had. So I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I have gone Lee 9-17. I think, again, it'll be at the closer end of that 9-17. But I wouldn't be surprised if Huddersfield came and turned us over. I think that it could go either way, this one, and Lee needs to turn up and be on their best game and not ride off the back of just one victory away at Wigan.
Lee 1-8, said Eorl Crabtree. Joel, are you as optimistic as Earl?
No, because some potentially bad news. 2 more injuries from the game at the weekend. And one of them being one of the best players on the pitch on the day. So Joe Greenwood might not be playing, and Harry Rushton might also not be playing. It depends on his HIA. So once we get information on that, we'll know better. So based off that, I was very happy with our performance. Very happy. You know, I always knew we were going to lose, but not by that amount in the best sort of way I can possible. Very, very pleased with Zach Wolford. Very happy. But yeah, I have gone Lee 18 plus based off if Joe Greenwood isn't in playing and if Harry's not playing either.
Magical. Okay, fair enough. So you're going Lee.
Lee 18 plus, yeah.
Yeah, okie dokie. Let's get into the chat. Viewing figures will be low. Clash with India versus Pakistan. Declan, do me a favour. Wow. I mean, I've actually got my finger currently hovering over block user on YouTube.
No.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not. But I'll tell you what. Come out with any more nonsense like that. Take that as a serious yellow card, sir.
Dave, forgive him for he knows not what he does.
He does not know what he does. Absolutely not. Giants 1-8. Andy Bibby. Nige Bennett going Giants 1-8. But lovely for Huddersfield.
Wow.
Good to see Kobe McGilvray after the game. Good to see young Kobe. Really nice that. Lee 18 plus says Carl Shaw. Surprise. It's Silla here. Phil Webster. Lee 1-8. John O'Lee 9-17. Giant impressed. Dawn Baker, but it's still Lee 1-8. Ryan Birch, you'd expect nothing less 1-8 to the Giants. He's staying faithful. Nicola Burtonwood and Lee 9-17. Come on, lads, is what she says as she puts 3 poodles on the. Are they supposed to be leopards? Sorry, only joking. I've got Lee 9-17 on home soil. That's where I've got. I think it'll be a great game, great advert for the game. Really looking forward to it. Right, it's that time again, folks. Here we go.
Are you sick and tired of winning your bets every week? Want to contribute to the bookies' Christmas party? The bets to ignore when predicting the score. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Bet Steph.
Oh, am I will? Melting. Yeah, so this week's handicaps betting. I've gone for Lee with the plus 14.5. Is that right, Lee? Plus 14. No, that's last week's. That we're doing last week's. Dave. Oh, he must have gone. Yeah, right. So this was last week's bet. So the Lee plus 14.5, that one came in. Catalan Dragons minus 10.5 didn't. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. We're going on this week's one now. Right. So I have gone this week for Wakefield plus 9.5. So although I went Hull KR 1-8, I think the plus 9.5 might just be too much on the handicap. So that's why I picked Wakefield with that one. Wigan minus 11.5. I think they'll have just enough to beat that on the handicap. So I think they'll get a couple more tries and conversions than Hull FC. Warrington, again, I've gone for them 18 plus, so I took Warrington minus 13.5. Saints, again, I think based on last week, their attacking shape is going to be really good. I think they're going to put some points on the board at Castleford, so I've gone Saints to recover that handicap of minus 14.5. And Lee just about to edge out the handicap against Huddersfield as well, minus 12.5. I think we might have just enough to get over that one. So yes, that's the handicap bets for this week. If you put a pound on this one, it'll return 23.61. So yes, but you know what that means.
You could lose the pound, Steph, or you could lose the pound.
I was going to say, if you bet a pound, Dave, you
lose a pound.
Absolutely. As last week proved there. Completely threw me bringing up last week one there. I thought I did a bet late.
Yeah, the Salford one did you last year. Yeah, last week we'll let you off with that. Good times. So yeah, of course, Bet Steph back, and of course, if you watch the captain's run, so look, guys, there's a lot of you watching. There's a lot of you that are not members. Our members tomorrow night will be together for the social club on a Wednesday, where our members do this. They get on a big screen together and they just have a good chat about rugby league for an hour, and it's been very well received indeed. Make sure you pop into that tomorrow night, the members. Please watch the tutorials on the website and on the app. You can get to all of the shows by going onto the website, going into your members area and just pressing a button. Somebody else has just scanned the QR code. Marvellous. You really want to be a part of this. On Thursday, 6 p.m, Thursday, 2 hours before kickoff, is the captain's run. The Super League Raw team looking in a bit more detail at the games that are coming up over the weekend and giving you a little bit of a flavour of our thoughts in more detail than what you've just seen there when we do our predictions. Over the weekend, of course, In the Sheds is back. All 6 coming this weekend. Apologies, like I say, for last week. The Final Whistle podcast is being recorded on Sunday at 8 p.m. We had to bring it forward because we were at Huddersfield this week. That is now set in stone. 8 p.m. Members are invited. 6 again members get, of course, 6 invitations a year. Team Talk members come to every one. We really want your input on that this year. That's being recorded at 8 o'clock. Again, the link is in your member area. You don't have to do anything. Go to your member area, press the link, you're straight there. Of course, we will be back for Round Unpacked on Monday. That went down a storm. A brilliant, brilliant new show for this year. And of course, we're back at 8 p.m. next week. 7 days of rugby league. And of course, the group chats are open 24/7. So, you know, you really do want to become a part of this community. You really, really do. So what we'll do, in case you missed it, if you've got any questions, we'll probably have enough time for maybe 2 questions before we go. So what we'll do, we have got a big competition on. You might want to get involved in this one.
There is just nothing like the Challenge Cup final. Today, Super League Raw announced our biggest competition ever. Regardless of which 2 teams will be playing, Super League Raw will be there with our members to celebrate an epic day of rugby league at the home of British sports. Join the Super League Raw family at the Challenge Cup final on the 7th of June at Club Wembley. All members are automatically included as per their membership. But if you want your chance of being at Club Wembley on the 7th of June 2025, then get over to our website where tickets are just £2 to enter this prize draw. And perhaps the best news is that you will be supporting grassroots rugby league through Super League Raw in 2025. So don't hesitate. Buy your ticket now, support local rugby league, and maybe we will see you at the Challenge Cup final in Club Wembley. Super League Raw, it just keeps getting better.
So there you go. Club Wembley tickets up for grabs. Craig, not quite sure what you mean there, mate. Where's Sarah gone, says Declan. There's a good question. Do you know where Sarah's gone, Steph? No?
Not a clue.
No? Okay, just what we would ask. Yeah, get the tutorials done, Deb. Any problems, give us a shout. Craig Forth, if you get a chance, will the members' promos get released on the website? Or I think, is that what you recorded over the winter? I'm guessing, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, anybody got a question? Get it in the chat now. We've got.
Come on, ask us a question.
Ask us a question. Any question will do. Preferably not about Sarah. But like I say, massive amount of content coming your way this week. We've had quite a few people do the QR code this evening. There's a few on the website. You want to become a part of this community. What I would say as well is we are going to be putting on our website very soon tickets that members can buy at face value to join us at the Challenge Cup. And what we'll do is we'll get us all together like we did at the grand final. So you'll have an opportunity, members. There will be a cut-off for that. But if you want us to do the hard work for you, Magic's easier because East Stand is unreserved. So you can just buy your own tickets for the East Stand at Magic. But we want to be together like we were at the grand final at Challenge Cup. So keep your eye out for that. Mrs. Oh, now that's a bit keen, Aidan. We're not Brookside here, sir.
I think I referred you jabs about me going night fishing, mate.
Yeah, unbelievable. But look, bottom line is Super League's back. I don't like we're getting many questions here. So what we'll do is we'll move on at a pace. We're not going to over-egg the pudding. We don't do that here at Super League Raw. Bongers Bingo. Don't forget, Bongers Bingo is being put on by the Warrington Wolves. That looks like it's going to be a really, really good night indeed. What's that? What are your thoughts on any changes to your top 6 choices?
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think we might come back to that, Paul. I think we'd all probably change our top 6 based on what's happened with Salford. I think a lot of us had Salford in there, mate, if I'm being honest. But we'll probably come back to that at some point, if that's okay with you. But yeah, do support this if you're in the Warrington area. And another thing as well, if you're in the Warrington area, this is a good prize. The Bluebell, our sponsor, they are doing a quiz night on the 13th of March at the Bluebell. Yours truly will be hosting that one. I'm going to do a trial feed just to see if we can do the ones that we normally do online to coincide. But they are putting up a great first prize. The winner of that event on the 13th of March will be getting a meal prior to the Leeds game and tickets for the Leeds game. And if you're a season ticket holder, they're going to give you the price of the tickets as a gift voucher for the shop. So that's a brilliant prize that's being put on by the Bluebell. So make sure that you get onto that. I think they're putting adverts on their website. So well worth a look. Get over to our website, www.superleagueraw.com. Go and check everything out on there. It's worth going on just to read Matt Tim's brilliant piece on the Salford Red Devils. That really was top draw, wasn't it, lads?
Yeah, it's a brilliantly written article. As soon as he put it in the members chat, we flagged it straight away and got it on the website because it was that good. So hats off to Matt, and lots of fans from all different clubs have commented on that one, saying how good of an article it was.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And here's one for you, because we know our members like to get involved in Super League Raw activities. If you would like to be considered to come on as a guest presenter for the Captain's Run or for Round Unpacked, then do let us know. It could be that we open that up for special guests throughout the season to join us for the Captain's Run and for Round Unpacked. But anyway, time has beaten us, boys, as always. Loved your company. Thanks very much indeed for giving us your time this evening. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And it's back. It's time now to look at the top performers from round number 1. Until next week, always remember, if it's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, gentlemen.
You can't beat a bit of weekly.
You can't. We will be back next week. Bye for now, folks.
Here are your top performers after the first round of the 2025 Betfred Super League. The top try scorer is Tristan Saylor of St Helens with 4. The most try assists came from Jack Wellesby of St Helens, also with 4. The most meters made in the round was Liam Marshall with 251 for the Wigan Warriors, whilst the most clean breaks were made by Joe Burgess with 4 on a way to a hat-trick. The top tackler was Luke Thompson with 57 against Lee Leopards, whilst the top tackle buster was the returning Lewis Murphy of St Helens with 14. The most hard beaters down the middle, you've got to be a prop forward, second row loose forward in this one, is Alex Walmsley with 215. The most offloads came from Tavita Pangai Jr. of the Cowan Dragons with 5, whilst the most goals came from Mark Percival with 11. These are your top performers after the first round of the Betfred Super League.